Hello, and welcome to Red Lipstick Games. I really couldn't think of anything else to call this. Basically games that are progressive, you know, kind of forward into the future with the thinking and, you know, definitely equality driven. So this is Battletech. I haven't played a lot of it. I just played with the intro. I tried to see what it was about, and what it's really about is there were certain Dungeons and Dragons games that kind of spawned off of the original D&D concept of swords and dragons and wizards, and this is one of them. You're in the future. You have a mech. It's sort of like a knight, king, queen sort of situation, but at the same time, it's in the future where the knights are piloting giant tanks and mechs and things like that. And there's still a hierarchy. You still have to go by what your queen or your ruler has to say. It's not as simple and cut and dry as regular D&D. And there's a store that used to be across the street from me, and they had tables with a whole bunch of mountains and hills and greenery on it. And on the walls, there were like these little models. And they had different types of models. They had like warrior models with guns and swords and stuff like that. And they had robot mech models that you had to put together with glue, and you had to paint them the way you wanted to paint them. And then you had to get a stat sheet and put in stats. Right here, this game is letting me control the settings, so I don't have to play it on a harder setting, because I'm not very experienced with this sort of stuff. I've only played a D&D type game maybe once or twice. But anyways, the store, they have stores like this all over Houston, and they're still sort of here. They're just sort of hard to find. You have to make sure that the area that you go to has that sort of fan base. And then maybe you can play that sort of thing, and you can sort of do what you gotta do. So I'm setting stuff up here so it's appropriate for somebody that hasn't played a lot of D&D. But I like this game. I like the options. I like the way you get to pick what you can and can't do. I like the way you get to customize your character. There's many different looks for the character. You can customize the character's skin tone, whether or not the person's wearing makeup, etc. You'll see. When it comes up, I'll show you. But right now, I'm just doing basic game stats. It's not too bad. I just want it to be something easy to go through in the first go around or two, and then after that, I'll make it a bit more challenging. Now, this is basically your origin. Like, where are you from? What part of the galaxy is your colony? Like, from Earth, from a planet that's like Mars, or from like the outer regions? Are you from the outer regions? Are you like from the abyss? Are you just like an alien that looks like a human? Is just all sorts of stuff. Like, how did your family rise to power and get money? Are you just next in line in a generation of warriors? You know what I mean? Like, what is going on with you? And then there's like your sergeant, and he's telling you, how you got to this point and who your ruler is, and that he's going to be teaching you the ropes. Now here, there's a myriad of different options. You can be a male, a he, a female, a she, or a transgender like they. It is the first game that I've ever played that had a transgender option. And I was thinking, wow, that's pretty progressive. This game is maybe about a year old, about. It didn't get a lot of good fanfare when it first came out. There's a lot of bugs and a lot of stuff that needs to be reworked. But when I played it about a year later, I waited for the price to go down, because initially it was almost a $100 game. Because there are a lot of people that play D&D-esque games. There's Warhammer, and there's a bunch of different Warhammer type games that are more like action games than there are like D&D games now. So I chose this guy, transgender. We put makeup on his face. You can control his skin tone, you control his hair, you control his beard, you control his outfit, control his eyes, what colors and all sorts of stuff. It's just, I think it's just a really good game. I think it's really in depth of all the options. It was fairly fun. And the fact is, like, after you've done the campaign, you've gotten the hang of the game, and you've done most everything you can do, you can take this game and fight people online. Your army versus their army. I don't know if it's a matter of playing the campaign and building up your money and your stats in order to handle people online. I'm not so sure. But it was great. Just the little intro to this game that I've shown. So eventually I'll put this on the YouTube channel, and I'll show some of the online matches. I'm starting to play online games now. I finally got Guilty Gear. There's still a small trove of people that play Guilty Gear online, so I finally got it for PC. I'm gonna try to play Street Fighter Alpha 3 on PC because now that's online, so that's pretty cool. There's Doom. Eventually, I'm gonna play Doom. You know, I've been playing Borderlands, but it doesn't seem like anybody's interested in watching it. But I got the new DLC, and eventually I'm gonna get 3. Probably not until next year. I'm thinking about getting the PS4, but maybe not. I feel like the hype around Final Fantasy VII is gonna bring it to PC. It'd be a very big missed opportunity if it never came to PC. They say they don't have any plans. That doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. It just means the money needs to be there. Right now, they probably used all their resources just to get Final Fantasy VII on PS4. So I feel like, you know, it'll eventually happen. So anyways, here's me trying out a bunch of different hairstyles. And, you know, just a myriad of hairstyles, because basically this is a woman trans into a man, so the hair could be anything, you know what I mean? Like the craziest hair, like futuristic stuff. So, you know, I was just trying a whole bunch of different things and seeing what I could do. And they lay out the story for you. They lay out the hierarchy and the fact that you're essentially a gun for hire, and you're there to help who's in power. You know, they lay out the story for you, so I feel like there's going to be some moral choices, but you get to control who you're affiliated with. When you deck out your mech, you can control the colors that are on the mech. This is letting you know the story adjacent to what you chose as your origin. So it's pretty cool. I think it's awesome. It's a game I'm definitely going to have a lot of fun with. There's a lot of story points and like an interesting history aligned with your randomly procedurally generated history. It's kind of like you start off a certain way, just like a D&D sort of roll the dice 20-sided die game, and then after that, like, they let you loose. They teach you how to train and how to control your mech and how to figure out how to take out an enemy in cover, how to take out an army. I imagine eventually it's not just your one mech. It's probably an army of mechs. It's probably a large setup of different types of stuff. So, yeah, as for now, I feel like this is one of the best games for like a traditional 20-sided die experience for Battletech. I know there are other games, like another game I was playing that I'm going to do a little bit insight on is Armello. Armello's been out for a while. They recently added an online capability, so I'm going to play some online matches once I get better at that game. So there's a few games I'm going to tackle online. Definitely tackling some Final Fantasy stuff. I'm in talks, talking to a model, actually 2 models, to do Final Fantasy intros for me. It's pricey, man. It costs money. All I need from you guys is to view the videos. Watch the videos, subscribe, you know, I need the view count to go up a little, but mostly subscriptions. Just so you know when a new video is coming out, and so I can afford to do what I do. Like, the videos I put out are not cheap like everybody else's videos. Everybody else's videos, the most they pay for is a camera. Me, I've got so much stuff on the horizon. I hire people. I have to buy games. I had to buy a new computer recently to keep up with, you know, some of these games that are like high res and more advanced. Like this game here. It's just one of those things. Like, I just gotta keep up, you know. So this is me trying to keep up. Really, just trying to make it, you know. I'm trying to get something done within the next week, and then like another week and a half after that, I'm trying to get something else done, and then there should be a lot of new stuff coming down the pipe. I'm entering in an art competition, so that's interesting. It's going to be a t-shirt competition, and we'll see how that goes. So it'll be interesting. Well, we'll see. But yeah, for the most part, this game is pretty good. It takes a while to load on my computer because my computer is barely a gaming computer. Like, there are older games that are fairly simple that still kind of chug on it. It looks like I'm about to go into a little bit of a training mode here. So yeah, just I guess it's taking a while to load, so I might cut this. But oh yeah, also I might be doing some traveling, or I might travel to another state and film some footage. I was thinking maybe next year though. Like, this year is almost done. There's only a handful of things that are left for this year. But there are a lot of people that want to meet me, so they want to travel here. There's going to be a lot more events. Now that I know that there's a convention that is in late September here in Houston, that I'll be able to go there like I went to Anime Masuri last year. So I might have 3 conventions that I go to a year. I really need to get back into production on a lot of stuff. I hired a couple people. There's some people that want art and they're willing to kind of be indentured to me to work it off. I was like, there's no way you're getting art for free. So I usually do that for like a promo, just for like an intro. Just be like, here's some art, like straight off the bat. And then after that, like, I'll just start doing things on a level of, here's some comics. I've been working with some people with comics.
Command interface initiated.
Here it is. This is the intro for movement and how to play the game. So I'm gonna let it go right here. Tune in next time for Red Lipstick Gaming, Progressive Gaming. Red Lipstick Progressive Gaming. That sounds good.
come right out and say it, kid. I wasn't completely honest with you the other day. There's gonna be more to this job than escort duty. Like I was saying, I can't prove anything. But my gut tells me something's off. And a warrior trusts their instincts.
All weapons committed. Enemy mech destroyed.
Kamea's like a daughter to me. And her late father, High Lord Tamati, was a good friend.
All weapons committed. All weapons committed. Enemy unit destroyed.
Victoria pulls no punches, but she's been a loyal companion to Kamea since they were kids. Aside from you, there's no one I'd rather have by my side in a fight.
Enemy detected.
Yeah, I was afraid of that. Jump jets build a lot of heat, and that was more than your engine could handle. Head on into that water. We need to get you cooled off.
Engaging physical attack.
Push that engine, kid. If something goes wrong today, I want to know that your mech can maneuver.
An impressive display, Sir Raju. Of course, this mech warrior was a student of yours. I'd expect them to know their way around a cockpit.
Mission successful.